Hi, I'm Brooke Brimm. I am the 50-year-old yogi who teaches yoga to 50 plus people just like me. Let's get started. Now I have a blanket here. I suggest you get one if you have hips that are not so flexible and they're kind of tight, and also if you have sensitive knees. You'll also need a yoga belt, but you could use a bathrobe belt here. Let's get ourselves positioned. Do not sink the weight into your hands here, but into your knuckles and the palms of your hand. Thrust your chest forward, inhale. Curl the spine, exhale. Thrust the chest forward, inhale. And go at your own pace here. You don't have to go at my pace. You don't have to go as fast as I go or as slow as I go. This is about being in touch with your own body and going at your own pace. Curling the spine, and now we're going to reposition our hands, and we're going to go into a circular stretching motion where you're going to inhale forward, and as you pull your hips back and move in a circular direction, exhale. Inhale forward and pull those hips back, exhale. And keep going again at your own pace. You don't have to go at my pace. Pulling back, inhale forward and exhale back. And go in the opposite direction here now. And you should feel this wonderful nurturing stretch in your hips, in your buttocks, and your lower back. And it's just warming you up, warming up your shoulders, your elbows. Now we're going to position ourselves onto the blanket, and we're going to keep this circular motion of warming up, but this time seated. So circular motion inside the body, small circles inside the body. Inhaling forward, exhaling backwards. Inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Make sure you go in both directions. Now we're going to go into a deeper circular motion where our torso is touching our thighs. And at your own pace again, remembering to breathe. And make sure you go in both directions. Opposite direction. Now we're going to take our strap, our yoga strap, ground ourselves, center ourselves into the blanket, and wrap that strap around the middle of the foot, walking it down, and bending our elbows and straightening them. So mostly the action is in the bending and straightening of the elbows and moving the torso up and back. Warming up our hips again, our spine, and go at your own pace. This is at your own pace. You do not have to go at the pace you see me going. Here's a side view so you can see how nice and flat my back is. That's how your back should be, flat like that. And you can do that by hollowing out your belly and keeping your torso nice and tall. Remembering to breathe, inhale and exhale. Now we're just going to hold it here. And you see, I'm not super flexible. Some people can go all the way down, but I'm 50, so my flexibility is not the same. We're going to take our strap and take it wider than our shoulders and stretch pinky to pinky. Nice full body stretch. Exhale when you reach the pinky. Inhale coming up. Exhale and inhale. Exhale towards that pinky. Inhale up. Exhale. Again, go at your own pace. You don't have to go at my pace. Now we're going to wrap the strap around the middle of one foot and just walk it down and lift that up. Strengthening that leg, keeping that torso nice and tall. And then we're going to take it out to the side. Torso nice and tall. Remembering that your heel is off the floor. Other side, remembering to breathe here, guys. And out to the side. Torso nice and tall, remembering to breathe. Yoga doesn't have to hurt. We're going to pull that over across the knee, opposite knee, so we're stretching out that outer hip. Now bring that ankle up onto the mid-thigh. And keep that torso nice and tall, and then we're going to bend forward. As you can see, I cannot stretch that forward towards my toes, but that's okay because I am stretching and I am moving, and that's what's most important. It's not about being as flexible as a 10-year-old. It's about reaching our flexibility and moving our body and being present with our joints and our body. And if we keep doing this, then we have more mobility and we feel great. So we're going to stretch back our toes. So this is a combination of stretching the toes, and then we're going to go into an easy plank. Look at that, how easy that was. Remembering to breathe, placing your knees on that blanket. If you have sensitive knees, that's so important. Coming down into child's pose. And if you notice my child's pose, my buttocks doesn't reach all the way to the back of my heels like other people's child's pose, because this is my child's pose. And yours will be what it is. But it's about being present with your body. And there's our easy plank once again. Coming back into child's pose. Use your blanket for your knees. Don't be afraid of doing that. If you have sensitive knees, be gentle with them. I'm going to come into Sphinx pose. Forearms on the mat, looking to the right and looking to the left to stretch out that neck a bit. Now we're going to come back into child's pose again. And coming up to upward dog. My arms are a little bent here, and I'm bringing it back into child's pose. This is just a little bit of flow here. And at your own pace, back to upward dog, stretching out the front of those hips, and then back into child's pose. Exhale, inhale, into upward dog, exhale, child's pose. Now we're going to bring our feet in between our hands and come up onto our knees and do a small back bend here. Inhale and exhale forward with hands on inside of the ankle. And then bring our other foot between our hands. Make sure that your knee and your ankle is aligned here. That's very, very important for the health of your ankles and your knees. Going to reach high in the sky and bring that shoulder to the mat, straighten in the opposite hand and relax here. I have a little bit of shoulder, my shoulders are not as flexible on one side, so it looks a little different, but it's okay because I'm stretching it out. It may never be equal in mobility on both sides, but in flexibility on both sides, but I go with it, and you should too. Now we're going to bring our blanket back to our ankles and just have a seat to ground ourselves. We're stretching out the top of the thighs. And stretching out that front leg. Now, if you notice on this side, when I stretch out my front leg, I cannot go all the way back down because of my flexibility. And you might have that kind of issue too, and that's okay. Don't be too concerned with it. Go where you can go, and if you can't go there, skip the whole thing. We're going to reach back for our ankles, or our heels, and stretching forward. And reaching back again, thrusting the front of our hips forward, stretching out the front of the body and opening our heart. We're going to grab that calf and pull it back towards the thigh, a nice straight torso, and crossing over the straight leg, twisting to open up, remembering to breathe. Remembering to breathe. Don't hold your breath during any of these exercises. And twisting over and remembering to breathe. Again, you'll notice on this side I don't have the same flexibility, which is okay. Notice how your body is different on either side. We're going to wrap the strap around our feet, torso nice and tall, and just lean forward a bit. Walk it down and lean forward and hold it here. Hands at namaste. Now we're going to wrap the strap around the middle of the foot with our flex foot in the air and bring it down, using the leverage of the strap to bring your leg up and back. Now we're going to do circular motions across the body, bringing some nurturing to those hips in the opposite direction. Working on keeping those hips nice and flexible and working out any tension there. Again, using the leverage of your strap, remembering to breathe here. And circular motion inside the body. Breathing, opposite direction. Now we're going to take both feet and using that leverage again, lifting up our body and bringing our legs just a little bit down, not too much. We did this same motion with ourselves seated. Now we're doing it on our back. Remembering the breath. And swing up. Now we're going to take that strap to the middle of the foot again and do a couple swings back and forth using our leverage. Torso nice and tall. I want to thank you for practicing with me just now. Remember, there's nothing wrong with you, there's nothing wrong with me, and there's nothing wrong with the universe. All is well and as it should be.